What does your faith mean to you? It's a part of who I am. It's not, I am Christian or I am this. It's a big bowl of who I am.
It's your identity.
It's like one big, it's like cake mixture. It's not like one ingredient, it's all the ingredients make the cake.
What's been your best experience in a faith space being LGBT? I think recently, I went to a church that was, it's famous for having an LGBT congregation, but, when I actually went, it hit me, how diverse the church is. You had everyone of all ages, all sexualities, all backgrounds of life, all genders and things like that, and it was just really welcoming, and everyone felt like they were looking out for each other, and I thought this is what church should look like. And so, it was just really encouraging that there are spaces out there that just include everyone. What was it like to realise you were LGBT and religious? It was interesting. Definitely put a spin on things. I think, definitely, it, shook things a bit, but it sort of motivated me to think more maturely about the way I approach faith and the way that I view, the rules and whatever, and what actually is faith and how does that play in with all my other identities. And I think, I just think it's deepened my faith, really.
Part of my family was religious while I was growing up, and then I came out, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'm not part of this faith. And then over time it's like, but I still am. It's still a part of who I am. It's not going to go away. You've just got to find a safe space for you to be both.
I feel like I left it, and then I always wanted to still be a part of it. So, it's about coming back, but coming back on your own terms and finding those spaces that support you, and knowing that if you can't find it right now, eventually you will.
And coming back stronger as a person, because you've realised both of these are who I am. I'm not going to give one up.
It's about maturity, I think. Praying more and being more devoutly religious will help you stop being LGBT. Hashtag pray the gay way. I've found the opposite. When I've come back to my faith, I've come back so much deeper with it, and so I feel, when I accept myself, I feel so much more connected and not like I'm doing something wrong all the time. So actually, I think being more devoutly religious can actually help you realise that you just got to accept yourself.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it's part of your religion and part of your identity. I don't think it should be one or the other. You can't stop being LGBT by praying. It's not just going to work.
Exactly, because it's you, how you can't stop being yourself. It makes no sense, to be honest. Let's see. Will you still be religious when you transition? Personally, that does not apply to me, but what do you think?
When you transition, you're still the same person. It doesn't stop being you. You're still the same person if you've come out or not. Same with everyone.
That doesn't happen in our culture. Well, honey, it does.
I think it's quite interesting as well, because some cultures, for example, in a lot of African countries, Christianity actually wasn't the main religion, but before adopted Christianity, there was a lot of same-sex relations, and a lot there'd be, for example, a lot of women were allowed more than one guy in their tribes and stuff. So I feel it just depends on which culture. So you can't really say that it doesn't happen in that culture, because it probably does.
Yeah.
Things happen in everyone's culture. Just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's not happening.
That's true. Just because you don't, you won't know it's happening, first of all, because you're not talking about it. There's not enough discussions centered around religion and LGBT people, so.
All religion is anti-LGBT. Why would you believe in and want to be a part of something that doesn't accept you?
I think the whole point of religion is to accept people and to build a better world. So if your religion's not accepting of everyone, then I think you really need to question what you're a part of.
Don't force it on the children. Start promoting it to the children. Well, I guess you could say the same for heterosexual, anything. A lot of, because heterosexuality is the norm. That's our culture. So that's naturally forced onto everyone.
I was surrounded with straight people all my life, and look where I am now. God made you a man or a woman, so you can't change that.
Like our understanding of like gender, it's not just strictly men and women. Like there's people in between that, and like that can change throughout your life. So, you know, God made a lot of things, really. I think that argument also like forgets about people who are intersex or like have different like sex characteristics. So, well, yeah, you can be more than even biologically or not. Like you can be more than a woman or a man.
And I think those communities as well often get overlooked, even in LGBT spaces. So I think they need a bigger voice. We need to give them more space because, I mean, literally, like if they want to say everyone's created by God and people are born that way, then they're a prime example that not everyone is just cut and dry, male or female. Like it's so much more fluid than that. And in our scripture, it says that homosexuality is a sin. It also says that like wearing two of the different fabrics is a sin. So better start knitting your own wool jumpers.
Poultry or fish? You're not allowed to have fish.
Yeah, no lobster for you anymore. So
I think it's just interesting how like sins should be roundabout like treated the same, but like being gay is like presumptuously like the biggest sin you can be, but obviously it's not.
Yeah, and people like to pick and choose like which bits they're going to enforce loads. I mean, you've got to read everything in the context, and like things change, times change, different things apply to different people. So if you're just going to whip out that argument, you actually need to have something behind it.
God created man and a woman to be together, not man and man or woman and woman. It's not natural. I don't know, like I like to believe that if God, you know, created all us human beings, he probably knew that we were gonna like he made us to be different. So I feel like that's a kind of invalid argument, because why would he make us this way